G'day folks, NBS here. Well, I'm going to be doing the windscreen in my Toyota Coaster bus today. I figured if someone's going to break it, it may as well be me, because the windscreen place I took it to said that they couldn't guarantee they wouldn't break it when they pulled it out, because they're used to obviously replacing broken screens already and putting new ones in. They're not that experienced at pulling good glass out and putting it back without breaking it. So it was good they were honest with me. So I figured, well, okay, if I give it to them and they break it, well, I'd expect them to replace it, but they wouldn't, yeah. But I may as well break it myself if I'm going to break it. So I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can, and I will require assistance later on to pull this out, because it should be heavy and awkward. But what I'm going to use to pull it out is this little safety blade. Okay, it's just a normal safety blade in a housing, and what I'm going to do is slice that rubber and then just peel it off using the razor blade till it's flush with the windscreen, and take it from there. From my experience of removing the back glass, it wasn't that easy. Even when I did this cut, the glass was still stuck in there to the rubber on the other side. So I'm figuring this might be a problem with this as well, but we'll see how we go. Because the back glass was expendable. I didn't care if I broke it. I managed to get the pieces out without breaking it, but the windscreen's a different story. It's laminated glass, and they break quite easily if not handled correctly, I've been told. Right, once the initial slice is done and you've got a piece out like that, it's just a matter of just keep running the blade through it and the whole piece will come out like so. Okay, there I can see rust here starting to form, so that's no good. So and then we take that off the glass, and there's the separation between the rubber and the glass right there. That little bit there, and then we'll cut this off so you can see it. This little bit in here, about that much, is how much of that rubber in depth the glass has gone into the rubber seal. All right, so that's what we've got to separate it from once we cut all this off. All right, I'll keep going. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow and we'll undercut this a little bit more. We might be able to pull the entire rubber out, still attached to the screen. We'll see how we go. Well, okay, that's my first cut done. I've got all the rubber cut off in the first cut. What we'll do now is, with a Stanley blade rather than this little slicer, I'm going to cut into the rubber at about 45 degrees and remove more of the rubber in there. Now, I'm not going to be putting the windscreen back in, not a chance in the world. I'll be paying a professional to put that back in. I've got a new seal that I purchased from Megazip. I've had that now for quite a few months, sitting in the back of a car. So yeah, we'll let the pros put that back in. I'll just do all the rust repair and get that prepped and ready to put back in. All right, well, tomorrow, second cut, and then we'll have a camera in. We'll have a really close look at how I've cut it, and then you'll get an idea. Then we'll try and see if we can push it out. I'm going to have to go and get myself some suction cups, because I don't want to be standing here trying to pull it out and hold it. So we'll get some suction cups put in here and here so we can pull it out at the bottom and then continue to lift it up until it comes free at the top. And that's the plan anyway. I've never done one, so I'm probably just talking through my hat. And we'll see how we go, see how hard or how easy it was. Hope it's as easy as that side window was. That'll be awesome. All right, we'll catch up with you shortly when we're ready to do a bit more. Righto, stage one is complete. Totally razor bladed the exterior off, flush with the glass. All right, next step was trip down to Bunnings, get myself some grips to hang on to this screen. Okay, there's no way I want to drop it because of the expense, and I certainly don't want to crack it trying to remove it. So it's easy go from here. Now I'm going to show you a little thing I'm doing right now. I've got a little plastic lever rod inside, and I'm going to try and separate the glass from the rubber inside, just loosen its hold sort of thing, because this is going to be stuck really hard to the rubber. So I'm going to bring the camera up nice and close for you to have a look and see what's happening with the glass as I'm pushing this plastic lever down into that rubber, and you'll see the separation that's happening. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see that on the camera. And now all I'm doing is just this little plastic lever here. Okay, it's actually a trim removal tool, but it's got a nice little flat edge on it that I can just put in behind the rubber, and you can actually see the windscreen popping out a little bit. Just to give you a really close-up macro look at this, where you'll see when I'm putting that in there, you can see the glass coming away. Okay, so that's just using a little plastic here. I don't know if that's in focus, but this whole rubber section is coming out when I go into the corner. So I'm going to cut this now at 45 degrees across there, just to make that a little easier. Now just a quick look at how I undercut this. You can see that I've run the blade right down at roughly 45 degrees to the glass, maybe a little more, and I've exposed the entire sill here, and you can see the glass is just stuck to the rubber. That's all that's holding it in. Now I didn't do the very top, because what I'm going to do is once I start pushing out here, the windscreen's going to start to separate from the rubber, and I would like that top bit just to hang on to it for a little bit until we can actually peel this away and separate it from the top rubber. Now you'll see when I put this plastic tool in that it's going to come out. There you go, and you can see the windscreen's come out from the rubber. Yeah, you can see that, hopefully, and that's the sort of thing we want to get. Oh, look at that, it's come away quite lots, so that's too much for my liking. I don't want to bend it too much, but that's already separated just here, and we're going to continue doing that all the way along the bottom while I've got someone holding onto the screen, onto those suction cups, just in case it lets go prematurely to what I think it will. Okay, so it's steady as she goes from here. I'll get my helping hand now, and then I'll continue on running this little blue tool all the way along the rubber, along the bottom, and then up the sides. I won't even bother at the top at this stage. I probably won't need to. Alright, so what I expect is I'm going to be putting this in the glass. The glass is going to separate, and you're just going to hold the weight of the glass just in case it separates from the top. I don't think it will, but we'll see how it goes. We just don't want it to fall down and cost me $3,000. Oh, coming out nice. Oh yeah, she's separated. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can you pull on it and it comes out? No? What if I push a little bit? Oh, there she is, it's out. There you go. Alright, so now we just pick it up over that. It comes totally off. And down it comes. No, don't put it on the concrete. Now, you walk over that way.
Hold on, let me grab the top.
Hang on, don't hit anything with the top either. And we'll walk up past the camera and put it on the grass.
Oh, yeah. Basically fell out.
Hey?
Basically fell out.
yeah, pretty easy, wouldn't it? Well, there you go, folks. That was how to do it by yourself with the help of someone. Now, if I didn't have a helper, it's very possible that windscreen would have just dropped down and I would have lost it. Okay, so it's definitely a two-person job. So, and those suction cups. Maybe you could have got away without the suction cups. You could have put your hands underneath the glass, maybe. If you didn't want to spend, I spent $25 on those two suction clamps. But hey, they'll have other uses. It's better than paying $300 or $400 to get a windscreen bloke to take it out, which is basically what they told me, and then they basically said we can't guarantee we're not going to break it. Okay, so if you're careful, you can pull it out by yourself with the help at the later stages just to lower it. And when you store it, don't put it on concrete. Maybe a wooden pallet or something like that, because you don't want to chip it. It'll just start a crack. All right, so for less than 30 bucks, I did the whole job myself, Stanley blade, as you saw in the beginning part of the video. Quite easy. Save yourself some money, guys. Now, I'm not going to put it back in, as I said. That's not a windscreen fitter. All right. Now, also, just because this is a coaster bus, you could apply this to any windscreen that has the same sort of design, where a rubber is fitted to the windscreen around the circumference, and then they pick up the windscreen and I think they use a rope inside it and pull it through and make it wrap into the framework of the vehicle. Now, that would work on any old car that's got the same sort of windscreen setup, so you can take it out yourself. All right, without breaking it too, which is a good thing. $3 to replace that, so I'm happy. All I need now is for the bloke to break it, putting it in. That'll be just my luck. All right, guys, that's the windscreen done. That's all I wanted to show you, how to pull it out. That was my first time, so I learned something, and that caught me a little bit by surprise. When it separated at the bottom, it started to come off, so that was good. Good lesson for me. I know what to expect next time if I ever do it. And hopefully now that you know what to expect too. So catch you in another video.